Once again, the idiots at The View do what they do best, and apparently that is be un-American. So as you all know, as by now everybody knows, Trump came in like a storm and is changing everything in America for the better. A lot of videos coming out. I mean, it is hard to keep up with everything that is going on. Everything is moving so fast. It's impossible to keep track of everything. But one thing we can always count on is those morons over at The View coming out and saying all the wrong things like they normally do. And as of right now, we have Ana Navarro, probably the least popular one on The View that probably people care the least about, is coming out and ragging on performers again for performing at Donald Trump's inauguration and all the events that have been going on. And she decides to come out and open her mouth, and you got to see this. I mean, this is just The View being The View.
I think that really, was spotlighting Snoop is because of the things that Snoop Dogg said 10 days before the inaugural in 2017. And so, look, if you opposed and stood up against Trump in 2017, but you were there now, if you spoke up against Trump January 7th, 2021, but you were there now applauding him like a trained seal, Donald Trump has not changed. You've changed.
Yeah. All right. And stupid pea-brain Navarro. Man, these people, they kill me. They absolutely kill me. Trained like a trained seal? Donald Trump has not changed. Well, you've changed. Well, you know what? Donald Trump has changed. He has definitely changed for the good. He knows exactly what's going on this time. And he admittedly came out and said, on his first time, he really didn't know everything that he was getting ready to step into. I mean, being the president is literally the hardest job in the world. And, he might have been underwater a little bit on his first term, and he admits it. He came out and said, I don't know who to trust. I don't know who to put in these key positions. Took him forever to get his cabinet settled in. And because, the liberals fought him every step of the way. But now Trump has everything. Trump won it all. Everything was won by Trump and the Republicans. The Democrats and the liberals lost everything. They won nothing. I don't even see how they even have enough courage to even come out of their house anymore because they've been bullied and beat down every step of the way by Donald Trump and the Democrats. So for Ana Navarro to come out and run her big mouth, because here's the problem. Donald Trump has changed. You know what? America has changed and Snoop Dogg has changed simply because we lived through 4 years of liberal hypocrisy. We lived through 4 years of DEI. We lived through 4 years to where the only citizens that mattered were transgenders and the LGBTQRRZYW divided by 15. That nobody else mattered. We lived through 4 years to where the liberal, rich, super rich elites controlled everything, and the middle class was completely forgotten about by the Democrats and Joey Biden and Kamala Drinks on the House Harris. So yeah, Snoop Dogg lived through that also. So he probably changed too. He probably thought, you know what? This corrupt, DEI-obsessed liberal party no longer suits me. Why do you think so many people have left the Democrat Party? And they've all said the same thing. I didn't change. My party changed. The problem with The View is they're still, and I said this in my last video, they're still living back in 2020. They're still back at the days when Donald Trump was coming out of office and Joe Biden was coming into office. The whole world moved forward except for these morons over at The View. They're still stuck 4 years in the past. And for her to come out and say, just like a trained seal, I mean, give me a break. You know what? We had enough. We've had enough of the DEI woke liberal policies. Never in my lifetime did I ever think I would see something called a tuck bikini. Give me a break. That we become so eroded in our thinking that we thought it was a good idea to make women's bikinis with a pouch for men. Is this the road we're really going down? Well, luckily, Donald Trump stepped up and said, you know what? We're not going down this road anymore.
I think it's the first time I've agreed with her. I don't come for the artist. The same way I felt about Carrie Underwood. I think that people see it as part of American tradition to be part of this. They can issue statements if they want to clarify what their views are on Trump. I don't like coming for the artist. I think if you feel like people need to be boycotting Donald Trump, which I disagree with, I'd go to the politician.
And I just find it hilarious that these morons actually have the audacity to come out and, I mean, they're literally trying to eat their own, but the problem is their own, that used to be the Democrats, have all left them behind. You know, Joy Behar came out at Trump's inauguration and tried to bash Carrie Underwood, who did a brilliant job, even with a massive technical glitch. With how many billions of people around the world watching, Carrie Underwood steps up and says, you know what? You don't have the music? I got this. I'm a professional. This is what I do for a living. I got this. And absolutely killed it. And everybody gave her props for what she did, because she came up at a very, important situation with a massive problem, took control and said, let's go. Let's knock this out of the park. And she did. You know, and I would really like to have seen Joy Behar come out and said, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Carrie did a fantastic job. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut, but they can't. These girls at The View, they cannot. They're wrong about everything. How many times have they had to read scripts mandated by their network for coming out to keep them from getting sued for all the things they say that is wrong? And for Ana Navarro, like I said, the least popular one on The View, and I got to be honest, I literally had to look to see what her name was. I have no idea who this chick is, and I don't care who this chick is. But what I do care is when they come out and they say these moronic, idiotic things, because the world has changed. Donald Trump has changed. Apparently, Carrie Underwood changed. Good for her. Apparently, Snoop Dogg has changed. Good for him. Because that's what happens. We progress. We move forward. We don't live in the past like the idiots at The View. They still have not gotten over Donald Trump's 2016 win. And the funny thing about it is, if you go back and you dig through the archives, you can actually find before Donald Trump ran for president, he actually went on The View and they were hugging him and kissing him and patting him on the back and, just being all chummy. And then when he decided that he was going to run as a Republican, everything freaking switched. Now, all of a sudden, he's Hitler. He's a Nazi. He's bad for democracy. Spreading the liberal lies like the liberals love to do, because that's all the liberals have. The liberals don't know how to build. All they know how to do is destroy. And I've said this 1,000 times. The liberals are fantastic at creating problems, terrible at solving problems. They create their own problems, and then they never figure out a way to fix the problems they create. And then somehow a Republican has to come along, like Donald Trump. Then all of a sudden, instantly, the liberals jump, why hasn't he fixed this? I have been on the forums, the political forums, and I've already seen 1,000 times. Liberals, well, Donald Trump said he was going to end the war. He's already lying. He's been in office a day, people. Give him a chance. He has to fix 4 years of liberal, woke, DEI, Joe Biden disasters. That's not going to happen in a day. That's not going to happen in 6 months. I said this before, and I'll say it again. It's going to take Donald Trump at least 6 months to start to get the ship on the right path. It's going to take him 2 years to straighten the ship. Give him time, get off his ass, and let him do his job.